Good evening. All of you are familiar with the current Charlie Fenwick, the businessman and civic leader. I plan to take you back to 1965, 1966, and give you a picture of Charlie Fenwick, the Gilman student. One of the benefits of joining the class of 1966 was the opportunity to come face to face with that force of nature, Charlie Fenwick. Charlie simply has more energy than most people. His atoms vibrate faster than the human blueprint specifies. This became immediately apparent when I got a good look at Charlie Fenwick in the flesh. In the morning, Charlie was well groomed. By lunchtime, however, the shaking of all that pent-up energy would twist Charlie's tie askew, his shirt tail would vibrate out of his pants, and his hair would begin standing on end. This I can demonstrate by a picture taken from the Sixth Form Dance Committee in 1965. There I am, of course, looking rather dapper. The picture of Charlie standing to my right proves the point. Charlie put this energy to good use in athletics, which perhaps appealed to him more than did academics. Because Charlie has gained so much fame as a steeplechase rider, people tend to overlook what a remarkable athlete Charlie was at Gilman. In 1965, we had quite a fine football team that lost only one game, a 6-point defeat to Edmondson, which was led by future Baltimore Colt running back Charlie Pittman. I was a defensive end on that team, and Charlie was a Butkus-like center linebacker. My job was to deflect the other team's running back towards the middle, where he would be gobbled up by Charlie Fenwick. Other teams, however, feared Charlie. He was, after all, a first-team All-MSA selection at both guard and middle linebacker, and I was repeatedly flattened by running backs desperate to avoid a head-to-head confrontation with number 61. Here is a picture of Charlie in uniform, number 61, and you can see my point about Charlie's tendency to become disheveled as the day wore on. Charlie was also an excellent wrestler. In 1965-66, we had a fine team that lost only one match, a close contest with City College, which in those days was a wrestling powerhouse. I wrestled 138 and Charlie 154. Charlie brought a ferocity and joy of combat to those exciting matches when the old gym was packed with spectators. This spirit is evident in this picture of Charlie throwing a switch on an opponent. Notice the big smile as Charlie is about to gain a reversal. Charlie was not only very good, but he was very selfless as well. He did not weigh anything close to 154. But he achieved an outstanding one-loss record, coming in third in the MSA tournament against larger boys. Selflessly, Charlie did not, as he could have, drop down to 145, because he would have forced either Peter Farber or me out of the lineup. To this day, I remain grateful that Charlie chose friendship over self-interest. Charlie would have been an outstanding lacrosse player, although I'm not sure it would have been safe to turn Charlie loose with a wooden stick. But in the spring, he turned his energies to steeplechase riding, his first love. He got up early in the morning when the rest of his classmates were snugly abed and trained his horses before the school bell rang. I wanted to show you my favorite picture of Charlie racing because it displays his dynamism. I don't know much about racing, and I'm not sure that this is orthodox form, but I noticed that Charlie and his horse both got over the fence successfully. Charlie, I'm heartbroken that I can't be in Baltimore on your big night. I wanted to say that it's been an honor and a pleasure to have been your friend for the last 40+ years, and I hope to be your friend for 40 more. Congratulations and enjoy the evening.